It's now time for Tiger Talk, heard before each Salem Lady Tiger volleyball game with Stan Stevens and Coach Kristen Barnes. And now Tiger Talk on KSMO.
Welcome to Tiger Talk. Stan Stevens and Coach Kristen Barnes. Coach the Salem Lady Tigers coming off the Kabul tournament. Big win at St. James. A tough loss on Tuesday night. And by the way, that St. James was a makeup from earlier in the year when we were quarantined. And then coming back and tough loss at Kabul. But the Lady Tigers continue to get better and better and better. But boy, you can sure see the toll of having to play all those games in a row. And it kind of takes the wind out of the sails on some of those games, doesn't it, Coach?
Yeah, you can just tell we were very tired after the weekend that we had. I mean, we saw some very tough teams. We gave them really good games. So it's just we got to make sure we get our rest this next weekend so we can recuperate for the tough week we have coming up next week, too.
Yeah, exactly. 1-2-1 in the Kabul tournament. You beat St. James. Tough loss at Kabul, but in every game. Coach, the Lady Tigers continue to improve every single match out there, and you can see it. I think everybody there can see it, and it's really getting exciting to watch the Tiger volleyball team start to kind of come together and gel a little bit. Do you see that as well as I do?
Yes, and that's something that's been really cool to watch, just them getting along, them learning how to compete together. So it's just been really fun to watch.
And then when you get thrown into the battle, like you've been there before, you know that's when you have to rely on your teammate, and that really brings you together when you face adversity together, doesn't it?
Oh, of course, yes. So the more that they keep battling together, the stronger that we're going to be throughout the season.
When you talk about Kabul tournament, was there anything that you saw in that tournament that you really impressed you about where the Lady Tigers have gotten so far this year before you got into the games this past week?
We really just, we played Winona, and Winona's a tough team.
Mm-hmm.
And we just saw, I just saw a lot of scrappiness, a lot of effort. And we had to play Winona and Licking back-to-back, so very tough games. We only had about a 30-minute sit in between, so those were our two last games. So for us to go and play Winona so tough and then have Licking back-to-back, we played hard. We fought hard the entire time. So that determination is just getting better and better from them.
And so coming out of that tournament with that determination, you see it against the St. James Tigers come Monday night, don't you?
Yes, and they the first set we came out, we were doing, we executed our game plan, and we were just working hard. Like we were connecting on things, and it was just really awesome to see them working so hard, and then finally getting some, gratification from what they were doing that worked paying off.
And what I've been seeing is improvement at the net. And, that's very, very important, but also receiving the serves and making sure you're just not giving away points. And I think that part of the game for the Salem Lady Tigers is getting better and better and better. And, of course, you always want it to be perfect, and that's probably never going to happen in a game where it's always going to be perfect. But one thing that I have seen, though, is maybe a little bit more patience, maybe a little bit more relaxing out there on the floor, because I think last year they always looked like they were tight, and maybe like that camaraderie you're talking about as the girls play together a little bit more, maybe more familiar with each other, but they look more comfortable on the floor, Coach.
Oh, definitely. I think that's just coming, though, with them playing more together, and just everything that we're doing in practice. I feel like that's just the more that we rep together, the more that we play together, they're just getting more and more comfortable with each other, which is really, really awesome.
And then when we talk about the St. James game, then going down to Kabul, and obviously all those games back to back down to Kabul again. And then the Lady Bulldogs are a very, very good team, aren't they?
Oh, yes. They always are. They always give us a tough match just because, they're so well coached.
Mm-hmm.
And, the kids know what to do in those crucial moments. So they are a very mentally tough and scrappy team. So, it was a good game for us just to see, where we're at and, the things that we need to improve on. I definitely took a lot of, positives from that game, and I learned of things that we need to work on. So, it wasn't just, a loss for us. I definitely think it's going to help us get better in the long run.
And as a coach in a sport where you have so many matches and so little time, and we talked to Coach Carr about this with softball, you play maybe 7 games in an 8-game span or 8-day span, or you play 5 games, then you got a tournament. And in Lady Tigers, you had 3 games last week, and then you went into the Kabul tournament. You're coming out, and you got 3 more games this week. When you see things in a match or something of that nature, you don't have a lot of practice time when you play Monday and then Tuesday and then you got Wednesday and then come back Thursday. So to recognize things that they're doing in the game is very, very creative, because you have to kind of coach them during the game to get them to that level you want them to be. Is not that right?
Yeah, and that's the thing too. I think we're learning how to make adjustments in games, and that's just something that the kids, when you're on the floor, that's something that you have to experience firsthand.
Mm-hmm.
So obviously, I think we are getting better at that. I think, our third set against Kabul on Tuesday, sorry, we definitely started to figure out their tendencies and what they were doing. It was just third set at that point, and I know that they were exhausted, and by the time we'd figured them out, they had all the momentum, and we were trying to scramble, and we were doing really good things. It was just, they had a little bit more steam at the end than we did. But, everyone fought hard, so that's all I can ask for.
And I noticed when we did the Licking game last Thursday, you got a very experienced team, the Licking Lady Wildcats, and sometimes they were able to kind of catch us off balance a little bit. But I noticed that by the third game, our girls had adjusted on the floor, just like you're saying, and they weren't allowing that little pushover by the setter, thinking that, she's going to set it for somebody, and all of a sudden she just pushed it over the net. We adjusted to that so well in that third game. Kind of caught us off guard in that first game. I think the second game we started to figure out. By the third game, that wasn't an effective tool anymore. So you can see the growth of the girls on the floor.
Yes, for sure.
So let's talk about a little bit tonight. We got the Willow Springs Lady Bears. This is an SCA contest. And the Lady Bears, they've got a pretty salty team, don't they?
They do. They always do. Especially with the returning kiddos that they have. And last year we saw it too, especially. They just, they have a lot of determination, and they're so scrappy. It's like you can hardly ever find an open hole on their floor, so we're just really going to have to make sure we finish plays when we get the opportunity.
Do they have anybody that's outstanding on their team that stands out to you, or is it just more of a team effort with Willow Springs?
They definitely have kids that stand out, but they also, I think they're just a very cohesive bunch, so they trust each other. They know, who's going to be there in those moments that, sometimes when communication breaks down, they have trust in each other. So, that just comes from playing with each other for as long as they have. And the coaching that they have, too, they're very well coached as well. So, I'm not going to say it's just one kid, but they do have some pretty good hitters, and they have very experienced setters. So we're just going to have to be, prepared for what they're going to bring at us.
And I guarantee you will have the girls ready for tonight. Coach, we wish you the very best of luck tonight against the Lady Bears of Willow Springs in SCA Conference play. Good luck, Coach.
Thanks, Stan. Thanks for the coverage.
You are welcome, ma'am. And stay tuned. Lady Tiger Volleyball, it is next.
Thank you, Stan. That has been Tiger Talk with Coach Kristen Barnes. Stay tuned. Salem Lady Tiger Volleyball is next.
Perfect. The color, the flowers. That's just the whole place looks amazing. I love it.
Sophia, whatever happens, we're here to protect you. Thank you.
There's no room for fear in your dream home policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
Live on Twitch, streaming on YouTube, posting on Facebook. It's KSMO. This broadcast of Salem Tiger Volleyball is being brought to you by our proud sponsors that include the Salem Memorial District Hospital, K&H Auto Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Willie Strader Agent, Duncan Family Chiropractic, the Bank of Salem, Napa Auto and Truck Parts, Edward Jones, Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus, Tax Masters, American Family Insurance, Calvin Malone Agent, Terrell Complete Auto Care, Healthy Dent County, Town and Country Insurance, Southtown Furniture, and State Farm Insurance, Cameron Irway Agent. Thanks to these sponsors, it's now time for Salem Tiger Sports, right here on KSMO.
We welcome you to the Salem High School Gymnasium. It is Lady Tiger Volleyball right here on KSMO Radio, 1340 AM, and on KSMORadio.com. We'll be on Twitch, and we'll also be on YouTube. We're streaming this. And here at the high school gym, it was Pink Out Night, where they paid honor and tribute to those who have passed or are still fighting cancer. So, big night for the Lady Tigers. It's always a very, very touching night, and a lot of memories of family members or friends that are fighting or have succumbed to cancer. So, in honor of that night, our Lady Tigers will be wearing their pink uniforms, their jerseys with the number, and of course, it will have the Carolina blue, I should say the navy blue stripe on the arms and the lettering and numbers on the back and the chest. So, Lady Tigers and the Lady Bears of Willow Springs get ready to tip things off here and get things going. Salem comes in with a 3-6-1 record, and they have played some pretty good volleyball. They lost to a very good Kabul team. That was after they had played in the Kabul tournament, 4 different games, and then came back and had a game Monday with St. James, which went 4 sets, and then you had the game on Tuesday against Kabul. So a lot of volleyball for these ladies, and again, they're going to have the game tonight. They're going to have the matchup Thursday. They're going to have the matchup on Monday and Tuesday again. We'll be back here Tuesday to bring you the second half, a doubleheader from the high school gym. And, of course, they'll be back at it again on Thursday as our Lady Volleyball Tigers' next match after this one will be against St. Clair on Monday at St. Clair. Then on Tuesday, it'll be the Thayer Bobcats in town. And then Mountain View Liberty will be hosting the Lady Tigers on Thursday of next week. So, again, a very, very busy week for our Lady Tigers. So, lots of games here, and really getting into kind of the guts of the season right now with the Lady Tigers and the Lady Bears of Willow Springs. They're getting ready to do the national anthem here and then salute the players right here on KSMO Radio and all the KSMO media family. We are glad to have you with us for Lady Tiger Volleyball. How about them Cardinals? What the heck? Down 5-0, come back, win it 8-5 today. They'll go for win number 13 tomorrow in Chicago when they take on the Cubs in the first of 2 tomorrow. As they get ready to play the national anthem here, we are going to take a 90-second break and then come back with the starting lineups. It's Salem Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media. We'll come back in 90 seconds.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They're so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking in Mountain Grove and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Southtown Furniture. Southtown, where the bargains are. We've got everything from furniture to appliances. Quality floor covering. We won't be undersold, you'll see. To you, that is our guarantee. Southtown Furniture, where the bargains are.
It's Pink Out Night at the Salem High School Gymnasium. Thanks for joining us for Lady Tiger Volleyball, as it's the Tigers and the Bears, the female side. And here in SCA play, they'll be announcing the starting lineups here as we go along. And, of course, we hope that you enjoy the game tonight, the matchup. Don't forget, we have Salem Tiger football tomorrow night from Ava. The Ava Bears and the Salem Tigers SCA play. That's tomorrow night. That's right here on KSMO, beginning with about 6:35 to 6:40 with Tiger Talk and Coach Bison Barnes here at KSMO Radio. Thank you for being part of our day today. And we're getting ready for the starting lineups to be announced here for both teams on this Pink Out Night. And again, the Salem Tigers, if you're watching this, you'll see them in their pink jerseys with the navy blue numbers and lettering. For Willow Springs Lady Bears, it will be their burgundy jerseys with black pants, and got some white piping on the jerseys itself. So the Tigers get waiting for the Bears to introduce their starters. And so here's the Willow Springs starters for tonight. It'll be Aspen Crutchington. She'll be the middle hitter. Lily Bolander will also be the outside hitter. They'll have Haley Sigmund as the outside hitter. They'll have as setter Shay Riley. They'll have Liz Sheehan as a setter, and Eleanor Lowe will be an outside hitter. The libero will be Aubrey Mcnew for the Lady Bears of Willow Springs. Again, this is an SCA conference matchup between these two teams. A lot of the Tiger students have gotten on the floor as part of the starting lineup for the Lady Tigers. And again, they are in their pink jerseys tonight for our Pink Out Night. Mallory Workman will be the setter for the Salem Lady Tigers, as will Michaela Roos. She will also be a setter and an outside hitter. Skylar Clapperich will also be starting tonight for the Salem Tigers, and she is a middle hitter. Mackenzie Tarleton will be an outside hitter, and she'll be starting tonight. Avery Irway will get the nod in the starting lineup tonight, wearing number 15 for the Lady Tigers. And Jaden Flores will also be on the front line to start things out tonight. And the libero will be Shelby Pogue tonight. And we're about ready to get this one underway. Head coach Kristen Barnes for the Salem Lady Tigers and Christina Collins for the Willow Springs Lady Bears. So we're ready to get this one going. And I think we've had different officials for every volleyball game we've had here this year. So we'll see how well they do. It used to be pretty much, we had the Gormans most of the time, and that has changed a little bit. All right, Salem entering this 3-6-1. So they would like to get on a little bit of a run here. They had a pretty okay tournament down at Kabul, of course, after they beat Couch and then split with Neosho. And then they had to run into Winona and then Licking again. And we all know how good Licking is. And that was right after Winona, in which Salem played pretty good against Winona. Fell very close games. But then the Lady Tigers taking on the Licking Lady Wildcats. But they just couldn't keep up with them in that game down in Kabul. But give them credit. Licking, very, very good team. We saw them here that Thursday night before. We're ready to get things underway. And Workman will serve it. and it's bumped straight up in the air to Lowe. Lowe sets it, blocked down by the Lady Tigers, pushed up in the air by McNew. Now go for the kill again. There's Workman diving and keeping that one alive. And then an intended pass by Flores hit Tarleton, and it goes to the floor. 1-0 Willow Springs. Back to serve is Lily Bolander. Point side out. Bolander's service comes to Poe, but she can't elevate it. Poe tried to just reach down and not get the body down and could not elevate it, and it's an ace. And it's 2-0. Bolander, a junior, serves it again. Very good serve. Put straight in the air by Irway. Bump to the net. Avery for the kill. Off the hands and down. Attempted block there by number 11, Shea Riley. Falls to the floor, and the Salem Tigers get their first point of the night and side out to Salem. Kaylee Moody will come in for Tarleton. Lowe, one of the seniors on that front, along with Liz Sheehan, one of the setters. Service comes down, and it is going to be an ace. Trying to dig that one out was the libero, Aubrey Mcnew, but she couldn't do it. Ended up in the official's chair, and we are tied at 2. Two our score. Moody with the serve. That's right down the middle. And McNew puts it to the net. Tipped down by Forrest, but kept alive by Willow Springs. Pushing it to the net was Bolander, and just pushed over, and a mistake made between Moody and Flores. Looked like nobody knew who was going to take it in the last second. Flores tried to play it. Point side out for the Lady Bears. That communication's got Salem Tigers got to be top notch. Here's Irway trying to keep it alive. Goes to Moody. Back to Irway for the kill. She's got it deep in the corner. Good play by Irway to keep that alive. And then Moody with a very nice set for Avery. And she bangs it back deep. And Moody will check out. Flores back to serve as Clappers comes in. Flores service comes down to McNew. Keeping it alive all the way across the floor and going for the kill. Blocked down by the Lady Tigers, but kept alive by Willow Springs. They just bump it across. There's Workman to Clapperidge, trying to just dink it over. They kept alive there, though. Put up high by Sheehan. Comes back to the Tigers and the kill on the bad pass. Clapperidge went up and just drilled it. On the bad pass by Willow Springs. It's 4 serving 3 Salem Tigers. Flores to serve. It's deep. Played up there by McNew. They try and go to the net. Just dinked across, but played by Clapperidge high to Workman. Back in the middle to Florida Irway. Plays it deep. Pushed up high there by Bolander. Now goes to McNew. Just dinks it across and in. Again, a lack of communication between Clapperidge and Workman. Both started to go for the ball and both backed off. 4-4 our score. Service goes too hard. Goes out and side and back out to the Salem Lady Tigers. You just hate to see Salem give up easy points when they work so hard to get their own. Back to serve is Irway. Her service knuckles. Comes down the hands of Bolander. She's back setting it and going for the kill, and getting the kill is number 9, Haley Sigmund. She's a senior. Sigmund will check out. Coming in the ball game is Ashlyn Jones. Irway pushing it to Clapperidge on the serve. It comes across to Workman. She's got the point. Off the fingertips and maybe the arms of Connor Lowe and off the back wall. Coming out of the game after just coming in the game for the Lady Tigers was Kylie Shalbert. Skylar Clapperidge back to serve. 6 serving 5. We are in game 1 here at the Salem High School gym. Serves off the net and in. It's an ace. Hit the white tape on the top of the netting. Bounded over. And the Tigers have a 2-point lead. Clapperidge with their next one. Here it comes. Pushed straight up in the air there by Jones. Now comes across, and that is out of bounds. Going for it deep there was number 8, Lily Bolander, and it just missed. Maybe about 3 or 4 inches too far. And a timeout called by Coach Christina Collins. With the score, the Salem Lady Tigers 8 and the Lady Bears of Willow Springs 5. Let's come back in 30 seconds. This is Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
Surprisingly great rates? Contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
We're in game 1, 8-5. Salem Tigers with the lead and the serve. Skylar Clapperich with this service from the right corner. Fires it down, pushed back across the net and out of bounds on the return by the senior Connor Lowe. 9 serving 5. Lowe got it back over the net, but the ball went out of bounds. And Clapperich will serve again. This one down the right side, pumped straight up in the air there by Jones. Pushed back and just dinked across there very gently by Lowe. Comes to the net, pushed deep, and in the corner for the Lady Tigers as Tarleton got the wide open corner as number 6 Ashlyn Jones had to cheat up. In doing so, Tarleton just pushed it right back overhead. 10 serving 5. Good play by Tarleton to read the floor. Clapperich service, spinning, takes off the chest of the senior Jones, but the Tigers push it back. Very high in the air, pushing it, coming across is Roos, playing it deep, pushed high in the air there by Lowe. They go back to McNew, plays it deep, and it's out of bounds. Good call there by Pogue. She was right there with Irway and called it, let it go, let it go, let it go, as 11 serving 5. That's the communication you want to see right there. Next one by Clapperich. Nice service, it's an ace. Boy, that ball was sailing. You could see it right in off her hand. Ball was twisting, and Connor Lowe had no chance. That ball was kind of just knuckling away. Lowe will check out. Coming in the ball game will be Reese Jones. She's a sophomore. 12 serving 5, game 1. Clapperich with a service. Another good serve. Push to the net. And across it goes the Tigers. It's on the Willow Springs side, but they can't play it back. Liz Sheehan got it over the net. The Tigers were right there. And I think it went off the arm of Lily Bolander and went back behind, and McNew could not get to it. Point for the Lady Tigers, 13 serving 5. This is game 1. The service way too hard for Clapperich that time, but Skylar had a nice run. It goes back to Liz Sheehan, this senior. Jones checks out as the service goes right into the net. Point side out for the Lady Tigers. 14 serving 6. Roos to serve. Comes back, played straight up to the net by Jones. It comes across and playing across the court, but missing was number 11. That's Shea Riley. Riley tried to go cross court, but it went out of bounds. And point for the Lady Tigers as Roos will serve again. Michaela right in the middle of the floor. Soft serve, pushed to the net there by Bolander and just dinked across, kept alive by the Tigers, pushing it back and bumping it over is Roos. Pushed to the net by Reese Jones. They set it there at the net. The kill attempt kept alive there by Irway. Now comes across to Workman for the kill. Nice pass, nice play. And the Salem Lady Tigers take a 10-point lead, 16-6. Timeout called by head coach Christina Collins of Willow Springs. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital is a full-service hospital that features a 24/7 emergency room and a family clinic with several providers for all of your primary care needs. The Salem Hospital has been diligently addressing community needs by expanding their physical and occupational therapy facility and adding a new state-of-the-art 3D mammography machine, as well as a sleep disorder center. Salem Memorial District Hospital, your first choice for local high-quality health care at an affordable price. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
This is Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media. 16 serving 6. Salem with the lead and the serve. Michaela Roos to serve to Willow Springs. It comes to McNew. Bumps it up to the net to Sheehan. In the middle of the floor. Dinked at the net. It falls on the Willow Springs side. Workman with the block. And the Lady Tigers lead it by 11. Roos to continue to serve. That service comes across, bumped straight up in the air by Jones. Comes back to McNew, over and in the corner. A nice hit by their libero, Aubrey Mcnew. Point side out for the Lady Bears, 7 serving 17. This is game 1. Back to serve is Crudgington. That ball's out of bounds. Point side out to the Lady Tigers, 18 serving 7. Workman will go back to serve. Sheehan, Riley, and Bolander on the front line, but the service goes in the net, point and side out to the Lady Bears. 18-8, Salem on top, 8 serving 18. That service comes to Irway, to Workman. Back to Irway at the net, pretty close, pushed across, and they keep it alive. Back to McNew, bumps it over. There's the Tigers, Irway to Workman. Back setting in for Charlton. It is in for the point, off the arms of McNew. She dove far down the line, deflected it out of bounds. Point for the Lady Tigers. 19 serving 8. As Roos will come in for Tarleton. I should say, I'm sorry, not Roos, but coming in is Kaylee Moody. 19 serving 8, game 1. SCA conference matchup here at the Salem High School gym. Moody service. Bump to the net, too hard. Tip down by the Tigers, Irway. A block kill by Irway right at the net on a bad pass there by Lily Bolander. A little bit too high. Avery was there to smack it down. 20 serving 8. Next one by Moody. It's a deep one, but pushed up in the air at the last second by Sheehan. They'll go back to McNew. McNew down the middle of the floor. Nice diving effort by Pogue to keep it alive. The ball at the net, and a net violation called, I believe, on Willow Springs. Or is it on Salem? They both got a net violation. So we'll do it again. No point, no play. 21 serving 8. Moody to serve. Deep serve played by McNew to the net. Pushed up high and going over the net. A great play made there by Sigmund, but the Tigers play it deep. Pushing it up, setting it for number 12 low, but the Tigers are there. There's Pogue to Moody. Now to Irway for the kill. Pushed straight up in the air there by Bolander. Comes across to McNew, pushing it deep. There's Pogue to Moody, putting it high off the fixture. Kept alive, though, by McNew, but nobody goes for the pass. McNew passed it up towards Haley Sigmund, but I think Sheehan was supposed to come in. Did not, and the ball falls. 21 serving 8. Moody's next service. Nice serve. That's an ace. Barely over the net. And Sheehan diving for it. Couldn't handle it. 22 serving 8. This is game 1. That's a perfect serve by Kaylee Moody. Sheehan had to go down and could not get it back up. Next service is deeper. Put it up the air last minute. And they can't keep it alive. That ball would have gone out of bounds, but Lily Bolander played it. And Ashlyn Jones couldn't save it. 23 serving 8. This is game 1. Moody ready to serve. And this one way too low. She kind of hit that one flat-handed, and that ball just died. So point side out for the Lady Bears, 23 serving 9. And to serve is Ashlyn Jones. Short service, there's Irway to Moody. Pushing it back across to Irway. Left-handed got it across. McNew. They set it in the middle, going for the kill, but the Tigers are there. Workman, but they can't play it. Workman was there, but the ball was too close to the official, and Clapperish did not try and play it. 10 serving 23. This is game 1. The service comes to Workman. Now to Moody in the middle of the floor. Back to Flores for the kill. Off fingertips, but straight up in the air. Playing it there is Lowe. Now across to McNew, and it's, oh no, that ball's going out of bounds, and Pogue played it at the last minute. Had no chance to play it, but tried anyway, and that gives Willow Springs an easy point. The ball was going out of bounds, and she misplayed it. Moody setting it for Irway for the kill. It's good off the hand of Ashlyn Jones. Point side out for the Lady Tigers. This is game point. As Pogue checks out, Shalbert back in. Roos back in. Flores with the service. There's a short serve dug up by Sheehan. Back setting it to the net. They can't get it over, and the Salem Tigers get game 1 by a score of 25-11 here at the high school gym. We'll come back in 2 minutes with game number 2 when we return. It's volleyball action from the high school gym on KSMO Media.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
There's end of summer savings at K&H Supply in Salem. Get Turtle Wax ceramic wash and wax or ceramic spray coating, $13.99 each. Rain-X 2-in-1 glass cleaner for $4.99 and Purple Power hand cleaner for $2.99. K&H Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent. I'm for working hard for what you get and then protecting what you've got. Your home, your vehicles, your life. I'm for making an honest living and taking pride in what you do, and for giving back to the community I call home. I'm for serving my clients with the respect and dignity you would expect from the farmers that started this company. And though I know you probably hope you never need me, I'm here for you when you do. I'm a Missouri Farm Bureau insurance agent, and if you're a Missourian, I'm for you.
Duncan Family Chiropractic provides chiropractic care to everyone from newborn to elderly. Dr. Duncan treats wellness, sports injuries, chronic ear infections, pregnancy, and more. Ask Dr. Duncan about your full line of supplements, including Juice Plus and standard processed supplements, as well as pain relief, BioFreeze products. History is what makes the Bank of Salem different. We've been a part of this community since 1883, and we're the first bank in Salem, as well as one of the oldest banks in the Ozarks. We pride ourselves in our commitment to this community and make giving back a priority each year through our many donations and volunteer hours. Our employees are your neighbors, friends, and family who strive to make this community we call home the best it can be. Come bank with us at the Bank of Salem and be a part of Dent County history.
And back Salem High School Gymnasium just underway with game 1. An ace served up by Lily Bolander, the back corner. And she'll serve again. This one a low serve, picked up by Irway to Workman. Back to Irway for the kill, right down the middle. Played up high to McNew. Well, I should say to Sheehan, now to McNew. Playing it across. There's Pogue, bambling it to the net to Workman. Setting it in the middle to Flores. She just had to play it across. The pass was too low. Now they set it through the middle, going for that kill. Nice dink, but the Tigers keep it alive. And played across by Workman. Off the arms of McNew, kept alive by Bolander, and McNew will bump it over, and the Tigers keep it alive again. And it's a nice play by the Tigers to get it back over the net, and Sheehan will play it back over. Pogue to Workman. And the Tigers get it back across as Charlton went for the kill. Now it's going back and going way too high. Here's number 9, Haley Sigmund. What volleying by both teams. 2 great saves on each side. McNew with a great save. Also, Workman with one. I believe Clapperidge had one in there as well for the Salem Tigers, just to tie it up at 1-1. The service by the Lady Tigers, Moody, goes out of bounds off to the left side. So point side out back to the Lady Bears. All that work. Back to serve is Ashlyn Jones. That service goes out of bounds. And again, right back the other way. Point side out to the Lady Tigers. Flores will go back to serve. Jade, the 6'1 senior, right down the middle of the floor. 2 serving 2. Second game goes to Sheehan. Mumps it high in the air to Jones. Now to McNew. Tigers play it to the net. There's Irway with a nice tip. Point for the Lady Tigers. That ball was in. Ball came across and Avery redirected that down into the corner. A nice hand movement to get it to go down. 3 serving 2. Flores next service. This comes back, put up high in the air by Bolander. They go to the net, selling for the kill. That's not going to be there. And then a awkward pass by Flores to Workman, and then Workman, I don't know, either miscommunicated or what, but then at the last second tried to play it. Point side out to Willow Springs. Back to serve is Low. That's a high service play there by Workman to Clapper. She gets it back over the net somehow to Sheehan in the middle for Sigmund, and she goes too deep. Haley Sigmund playing it into the stage area. 4 serving 3. Irway back to serve. A running jump serve comes down off the arms of Crudgington and out of bounds. It'll be an ace for Irway. 5 serving 3. Avery back to serve. Again, a running jump serve. Crudgington had trouble with it, getting it to Low, and they bump it deep. Play to the net. Clapper setting it high for the kill. And it's a good by Michaela Roos. Going cross court. Diving for it was Connor Lowe, but she was late. 6 serving 3. Irwin's next serve. Again, nice serve. It's sinking quickly, and a good job there by Lowe to keep it alive. Now played deep. There's Irway for the Tigers at Clapperidge. Now across to Workman, playing it deep. To the net it goes by Lowe, but the pass was bad. Couldn't be kept alive by Ashlyn Jones. Lowe put the fists together to look like try and bump it up. The ball went off the side of the fist toward the net, and Willow Springs couldn't play it over. 7 serving 3. Irway's next service into the net. Point side out to the Lady Bears. Going back is Aubrey Mcnew. She's a senior. She's the libero. She'll serve from the middle of the floor. That service comes deep, played up high in the air by Shalbert to Clapperidge, coming across to Workman. It's put back across, but goes out of bounds by the senior, Connor Lowe. Lowe's going to check out again. Lowe's having, I think, a bit of an off game here, because normally she's a very, very solid player, but she's had some issues tonight with some passing and returning of the passing. So 8 serving 4, side out to Skylar Clapperidge. She had a good run the last time. That ball's in. That's an ace. Clapperidge right down the sideline. I think Ashlyn Jones was leaning to the middle, and that ball just hugged the line, and it was good. 9 serving 4. Salem won game 1, 25-11. Lead it here 9-4 in this rally scoring. Best of 5. Another service played to the net by Jones and tipped across off the hands of Roos by Liz Sheehan. She redirected that ball, and Michaela went up, could not keep it in bounds. Point side out for the Lady Bears. Senior Liz Sheehan will serve it up. Comes down to Pogue, another senior. Comes across to Talbot, but she could not get it over the net. McKenzie, I should say, to Tarleton, who tried to go across court, but kind of checked her follow through and ended up in the net. 6 serving 9. That service comes to Irway. Pushing it high to Clapperich in the middle of the floor. For Workman is good. Mallory Workman puts one deep on Willow Springs. And the point for the Lady Tigers. Going back is Michaela Roos. Michaela's service down the middle goes to McNew. To Sheehan, all the way across it goes and going for the kill, but the Tigers dig it out. It was number 11, Riley, comes across to Salem. They play it over. Sheehan back setting it and going for that kill, but let it go, and that ball's too high on the attempted kill by Shea Riley. Point for the Lady Tigers. 11 serving 6. Roos with the next service. Deep play to the net. Put there by Sheehan, back to McNew across to Flores. Flores just fitting it down, but off the net it goes. The Salem Tigers are able to play it. Now to Irway for the kill, but there's Sheehan. To the net, going for that kill off the Lady Tigers. Can they keep it alive? They do as Tarleton tips it over. Sheehan to the net, trying to push it across. Lady Tigers get it as Crutchington couldn't get it done. Now off the hands, Workman, it's kept alive. Pushed across and into the net, off the fingers of Aspen Crutchington. That ball was spinning and Aspen tried to go through and could not do it. And Coach Christina Collins of Willow Springs calls timeout. With a score, Salem 12, Willow Springs 6. Back in on 30 seconds. This is Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
Sorry, Dad.
Sure, you could get him a new car. You could also light a pile of money on fire. Because as long as Mr. It wasn't my fault takes the wheel on occasion, maintaining this car is your best option. So keep it running longer, stronger, with quality parts and a whole lot of Napa know-how.
Dad, where are you going?
12 serving 6 here in game 2. Salem won the first one 25-11 in a game. They pretty well dominated most of the way. Early on it was kind of seesaw, but once they got started, Skylar Clapperich had a run of 9 points, and that really turned that game around. Right now, Michaela Roos is serving. Salem up by 6, 12 serving 6. And that service is right down the middle of the floor, comes to Sheehan on the pass. Back in the middle, going for that kill was Bolander, but the Tigers get it back when Workman puts it in the net. Workman did not get that elevated. Point side out for the Lady Bears. Aspen Crutchington back to serve. That service is short. It's played up by Irway to Workman, setting it for Flores for the kill, and it's good. No, it's kept alive in the net and pushed over by Sheehan. There's Irway to Clapperich. Now to Tarleton, who just bumps it over. Pushed by Crutchington. Getting it there is Riley, but getting it to Pogue on the Salem side. Back setting it for Tarleton, playing it deep in the corner. It's good. Tigers went from left to right, and that back corner was open, and Mackenzie Tarleton put it right there. 13 serving 7 as Workman goes back to serve. The serve spins down, pushed to the middle of the floor to Sheehan. Pushed across, kept alive by Tarleton to Irway, pushed down short. There's Sheehan to the net, tipped, kept alive, and put back to the net for Irway. Kept alive again by the Tigers, and pushed over by Workman. What plays by the Tigers? Meehan to the net for the kill. Kept alive there by Workman on the attempted kill by Bolander. Pushed across by Irway. Sheehan pushing it deep, kept alive. Pogue bumps it toward the net. Flores pushing it deep. That's back to Sheehan for Willow Springs in the middle. A short push by Bolander, but the Tigers are there going for Irway's kill. Kept alive, blocked down, and pushed deep. There is McNew pushing it to the net. The Tigers keep it alive, and Tigers will be called for 4 hits. Clapperich and Pogue got together. Neither one knew who was going to take the ball, and it ended up being a bad pass. What a good volleying by both teams though on that exchange. Wow. Both teams playing exceptionally well here. Bolander service, dug out by Pogue. Tigers keep it alive and bumped over by Clapperich. There's McNew to the net. They set it there, going for that kill. The Tigers' Irway keeps it alive. That was Bolander. And now Pogue gets it to go. And no, kept alive by the Bears. Again, another great save Now Workman setting it for Tarleton, pushing it deep in the corner. It's good. Another kill for Mackenzie Tarleton. Point side out for the Lady Tigers. There have been some incredible digs and saves in this one by both teams. Roost's service comes down to Sheehan, but high in the air. There's Jones to set it, and McNew puts it across. Pogue to Moody to Flores. Down the middle, played there by McNew. Push deep. Tigers keep it alive. Keep it to the net and pushing it there, and the Tigers can't keep it alive as Flores is on the wrong side of the net. Flores got underneath the net. Point side out to Willow Springs, down by 5, 9 serving 14. The service by Jones. Pushed to the net. Pushed over the net there by Moody. Now comes down but kept alive by the Bears. Pushing it down to Sheehan, but the Tigers keep it alive. Moody to Clapperich. Sheehan now to McNew. They play it across and in. Point for the Lady Bears. Salem won game 1, 25-11. They lead game 2, 14-10. The service, though, to Irway, to Moody. Pushing it back to Irway, pushed it deep. Not a very good set. Now they come down the middle, going for the segment, and the net it goes. They said blocked by Flores, and Sheehan will have to push it across. Moody to the net. Bad play. Kept at the net, and the Tigers can't keep it alive. Not a good play by Kaylee Moody there. That ball was way too close to the net, and Flores couldn't dig it out. Coach Kristen Barnes wants a timeout with a score. Salem 14, Willow Springs 11 in game 2. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
If you have the audacity to believe a financial advisor should talk with you, not at you.
If you believe access to your financial advisor should be a right, not a privilege.
Join the nearly 7 million investors who think like you do. FaceTime and Think Time make a difference.
Join us.
Join us.
At Edward Jones, it's how we make sense of investing.
Call Joe Brand in Salem at 729-3831. Connor Lowe back on the front line for Willow Springs. They have 5 seniors. That's right, 5 seniors in their starters. This is one of them. Ashlyn Jones to serve, and the buzzer is going off. Usually that doesn't mean good things. Now Clapperich for the attempted kill, and she's got it off the netting. They're not supposed to let that buzzer go off, but they did, and surprised that Coach Christina Collins didn't make some kind of complaint, but none given. Point for the Lady Tigers is side out as Flores will go back to serve. Jaden down the middle. Dug out, pushed to the net. High in the net goes to Sheehan. Played there. Pushed by Shalbert to Workman. Now for Roos, and Roos pushed it way too deep. Point side out to the Lady Bears, and back to serve is Connor Lowe. That service is high and pushed up by Pogue. To the net to Clapperich, back setting it for Irway, going cross court, but missed. Ball was just out. And it's 13 serving 15. Salem has allowed Willow back in this game. And the service comes across to Shalbert. To Clapperich to the net for the kill. Roos can't get it done. Puts it right into the net. Now the officials aren't sure what the call is. A point for Salem. And Coach Christina Collins is angry, and I don't blame her because Salem did not get that ball back over the net. So the officials are going to talk about it here. Ball went into the net for Salem. They tried to get it back over, and the Bears were right there, but it never got back over the net, so they're going to call point for Salem, it looks like. Point inside out for the Lady Tigers. Coach Kyle's not happy about that call. I can honestly say I understand. Irway to serve. That service is deep. Played straight up in the air there by Bolander. Comes to the net. Tigers block it at the net. Kept alive and pushed across by Clapperich. Comes to the net tip, but they can't get it over. Point inside out. I should say point for the Lady Tigers. The pass to Ashlyn Jones. She couldn't get it over, and then Lily Bolander couldn't get it over. 17 serving 13. Irway's next service in game 2. This one comes down hard. Played there by Bolander. Setting it up in Crutchington, trying to get it over. There's Pogue, pushing it back, and now Irway will have to bump it across. She does. Set to the net. And tipped high in net, going for the kill. Seligman, she gets it. Sigmund gets the kill right down the middle. Haley was right there. Good pass. And off the arm of Irway, playing deep. Point inside out for the Lady Bears. 14 serving 17. Game 2. Salem won game 1, 25-11. As McNew's service comes down to Schaubert. Clapperidge back setting it for Roos, and she fanned on it. Michaela just fanned on that ball. Didn't get up, didn't elevate it. Of course, she's wearing that brace, and that's got to hamper her mobility a bit. 15 serving 17. Comes across, played by Schaubert. To Clapperidge, across it goes for the kill, and it's going to be good. The drive by Workman off the fists of Connor Lowe and out of bounds. Point and side out for the Lady Tigers. Skylar Clapperidge will go back. Skylar had the big run of 9 points back in that first game. Turn the tide Salem's way. The service comes down. Played there by Crutchington across. There's Pogue off the ceiling. Now to Roos to Irway. Playing it across. Sullins to the net. Coming across, going for that kill with Bolander, but the Tigers are there to play it. Pushed across, but played nicely by Jones. Now going for the kill, and getting that one is Aspen Crutchington for the Lady Bears. Point inside out to Willow Springs. And Liz Sheehan will go back. Coming out of the game is Connor Lowe, and coming in the game is the sophomore Reese Jones. Sheehan service. Comes to the Tigers in the middle of the floor. It's Tarleton for the kill. Partially deflected at the net. Played there by Jones, and Sheehan pushes it across. Played high to Clapperidge. Back setting it for Tarleton, and she does not get it over the net. Point inside out for the Lady Bears. It's a good idea, but you got to make sure it gets over. 17 serving 18. That service played to Clapperidge. Now to Workman, playing it deep, and it's in. Right at that corner, right at the crux of the two lines there. Point side out for the Lady Tigers. And it will be Roos going back to serve. 19 serving 17. Comes down to Bolander. Now pushing it across this Crutchington. The Tigers are there. Clapperidge back setting it for Tarleton. Just barely gets it across. Now comes to Sheehan. Now in the middle, the block down at the net. Good block by the Tigers, kept alive by Willow for just a moment. On a nice dig by Reese Jones. But the nice double block by the Lady Tigers gets the point. 20 serving 17, game 2. The service comes across. It's an ace. That ball just kind of turned at the last minute. Diving for it was Shea Riley. That ball had a real funny look to it. Off the hands of Roos. 21 serving 17. Next one by Michaela. This one's more flat. Off the fingertips of Bolander. Now pushed across deep. Irway. Across the Clapper. It's still Workman, but she pushed it in the net. Point side out to the Lady Bears as Aspen Crutchington will go back to serve. Back in the game, Connor Lowe. Crutchington to serve it. And it comes down to Irway. To the middle to Workman. Now to Flores. Pushing it through the middle. And off the hands of Sheehan. She went in front of number 7, Crudgington, and then tipped the ball away. Point and side out for the Lady Tigers. Crudgington was getting ready to play that. She's the sophomore, where she and the senior got in front of her and deflected it away. Workman to serve. 22 serving 18. The service comes to Lowe. To Sheehan. Pushed across. There is Workman. To Flores, but they can't play it off the ceiling as her and Charlton both went down to try and play that, and Jaden couldn't elevate it. Point and side out to the Lady Bears. 19 serving 22. This is Lily Bolander, and the junior, her service is tight. Nice play right there by Flores. Now across to her way. Nice blast, but comes down. Sheehan keeps it alive and bumped over by Lowe. There's the Tigers. Workman in the middle for Flores, pushing it deep. Sheehan keeps it alive. Pushed to the net. Going for the kill is Lowe. The Tigers are there. Workman setting it back for Clapperich. It's off the hands and in. I believe that hit the hands of Shea Riley and deflected down on the middle hit by Skylar Clapperich. And it'll be Moody checking in. Kaylee with Salem leading 23-19, game 2. This service down the middle to Sheehan. Gets it to the just middle of the floor, and Lowe played it up. They push it across. Tigers at the net, tip it down, but ball goes out of bounds as Irway tried to get to it. Not a good pass at the net. Irway almost was able to turn that into a point. Instead, point side out to Willow. Ashlyn Jones back to serve. 20 serving 12. That service is a nice serve and tipped across there. Sheehan sets it to Lowe. Back to Sheehan for the kill. Played up high by Workman, and the Tigers can't play it. Moody tried to get back there and play it and could not do it. Point for the Lady Bears. 21 serving 23. It's been a close game all the way through. The service comes to Workman. Now to Moody, setting it back and off the fingertips as Clapperich gets it to fall. Ball was deflected, and then trying to play it was Lily Bolander, and she couldn't elevate it. Point and side out. Lady Tigers game point for Jaden Flores as Kylie Shalbert checks in. Flores service. Sheehan pushes it high. Bumped up in the air there by Jones and played across by Mcnew. Clapperich sets it in the middle for Irway for the kill. Played back to the net. Bumped high to Mcnew again, and she'll play it across. There's Shalbert to Workman. Setting it at the net for Roos. Tipped into the net, and a net violation called on Roos. And again, she's got a knee problem, and she seems to have injured that leg going into the net. We mentioned that knee brace is there, but you do twisting and turning underneath, and that's got to put a lot of pressure and hamper your mobility. So Michaela checks out. LaJoy checks in. Point went to Willow Springs on that play as Roos got into the net. Net violation. And Connor Lowe, senior, back to serve. 22 serving 24, and a timeout called on the floor. With the score, Salem 24, Willow Springs 22. We'll come back in 30 seconds. This is Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
Southwest Baptist University campus in Salem provides quality higher education close to home for residents of Dent County and the surrounding areas. The classes at SBU Salem campus are taught in the afternoon and evenings, making a degree attainable for people who are in the workforce or can't afford to go off to get a degree. We offer degrees in nursing, which is an RN Bridge program, elementary education. For more information on the degrees and programs, please contact admissions counselor Chris Welch to schedule an appointment as a prospective or returning student.
Salem Tigers lead game 2 after winning game 1, 24-22. But Willow Springs will be serving. Remember, you got to win by 2 in volleyball. This is a key point. Kayla Roos checking out after coming down awkwardly on her bad leg. She's trying to loosen it up. Low to serve, to high serve, played by Shalbert to the net. There's Clapperich back setting it for Irway for the kill. She's got it. and the Salem Tigers win game 2 by a score of 25-22. And they have won the first 2 games of this set, and they'll go for the match win game 3 when we return in 2 minutes. This is Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
Tax season is still a while away, but it's never too early to start tax planning and tax consultation. Let Jackie or Beth at Taxmasters help you start preparing for the upcoming tax year. They also have over 30 years of accounting and payroll experience. Stop by and see Jackie and Beth at Taxmasters today, located at 510 North Main Street in Salem, or call 729-3001.
Color the flowers.
That's just
The whole place looks amazing. I love it.
Sophia, whatever happens, we're here to protect you. Thank you.
There's no room for fear in your dream home policy from American Family Insurance. Insure carefully. Dream fearlessly.
Terrell Complete Auto Care is a full-service auto repair center in Salem. They offer full-service oil changes as well as $2 discounts on Tuesdays for all ladies, and Wednesday is Senior Citizen Day. Plus, Terrell Complete Auto Care can take care of all your auto and diesel repair needs. They offer free pickup and delivery in town. James and Sheena and the staff of Terrell Complete Auto Care are proud to support the Salem Tigers.
Hi, I'm Susie Cahill, Director of Healthy Dent County Fitness Center. Are you looking for a place to begin your journey to better health? Come inside. Never in my life have I been in another atmosphere where everyone was so friendly and eager to help others. It's not just the staff, it's the members. They're so passionate about what they do and so excited to help you. If you're ready to begin your journey to better health, come by and see us.
Welcome back, Salem High School Gymnasium. Little rendition of Take Me Home Country Road. Mr. John Denver and the entire Salem student body, it sounds like, but they're all getting into that. That's good. Well, Salem has won the first 2 games of this SCA match. 25-11 in game 1, 25-22 in game 2. You know the Lady Bears aren't going to lay down, and the Lady Tigers will need to be on top of their game. Gave away a few points in game 2, and they look to rebound here in game 3 and play a little bit more solid game, come away with that conference win. They are 0-1 in conference play. They lost to Kabul on Tuesday. Right now they lead 2-1 as Workman serve it. Comes right through the middle to Bolander. And pushed across. There's Tarleton for the Salem Tigers to Irway. Plays it across. Pushed high by Crutchington to Sheehan. Now over to Lowe. She dinks it in, but a nice play by the Tigers to keep it alive. And Irway pushes it off the net and in. Good effort by the Willow Springs Lady Bears. Shay Riley went down, tipped it up. Sheehan tried to keep it alive. They just couldn't get it high enough. 1-0 Salem Lady Tigers. Dressed in pink tonight for Pink Out. Ball comes to the net. Flores tips it down and in. The pass was a bad one by Crutchington right to the net. Flores didn't spike it down. She just touched it down, and it's 2-0 Lady Tigers. Workman's next service, right down the middle, pushed to the net, tipped up in the air, played back by Flores to Tarleton, and now Workman will play it across, but out of bounds. Point inside out for the Lady Tigers. A little indecision maybe by Salem on that play, but Bolander back to serve for the Lady Bears. 1 serving 2, that's a knuckleball, comes to the net. Workman sets it at the net for Irway, pushing it across off the hands and out of bounds of number 8, Lily Bolander. Even though Irway came down underneath the net on the wrong side. Point for the Lady Tigers. 3, serving 1. Back to serve Kaylee Moody. And again, Michaela Roos trying to ice up a sore knee. Came down awkwardly. That service, deep played by McNew. Right in the middle of the floor to Jones. And pushing it over It was Sigmund, but the Tigers are there, and now a double hit called on Salem. Point side out to Lady Bears. Ashlyn Jones to serve. 2 serving 3. The service goes in the net. Point side out to the Lady Tigers. She tried to just barely get it over. Unfortunately for her, she didn't come close. Shalbert for the Lady Tigers and LaJoy come in. As Flores will serve. Jaden's service down the middle. Pushed up high in the air to Bolander. Now comes across to Low. Played deep. There's the Tigers. Here's Workman back setting it for Clapperich. It's deflected at the net, but kept alive by the Lady Bears. Going to Sheehan for the kill. They're way too hard into the stage area. Point for the Lady Salem Tigers. 5 serving 2. Now Sheehan's going to come out, and Caitlin Brixey, a sophomore, is going to check in. Brixey's first appearance in the game. In the match, I should say. Flores service. It's short, and Brixey has to come across. Tigers get it. Workman setting there for Irway for the kill. She's got it. Avery blasted it right into Sigmund, but she couldn't play it back. And the kill goes to Irway. 6 serving 2. Right down the middle. Power on power there. Flores to serve again. Again, a fairly short serve. Bumped to the net, but pushed back across and kept alive by Sigmund and pushed over by Brixey. The Tigers have it. Going for it is Clapperich, and she can't get it over the net. Schuyler pushed that one into the net, trying to go cross court. It looked like the Bears had that play cut off. And a point side out for the Lady Bears. Back to serve Connor Lowe. 3 serving 6. This is game 3 of the best of 5. That service goes back. Shalbert to Clapperich, over to Irway, just pushed it across. There's Brixey, and a bad pass there by Lowe. Maybe a little miscommunication between Lowe and Aspen Crutchington, but Lowe, her pass into the legs of Jones. Point side out, 7 serving 3. Irway with a service, comes down, bumped out of bounds. No chance on that one, as Crutchington couldn't field the service. That's an ace, and we'll take it. 8 serving 3. Coach Collins say stay right there. They'll put it right down that line. Irway from the right side. Again, running serve. Nice play by Lowe to dig that one out. Kept alive to the net for Sigmund, just trying to dink it across. Tigers keep it alive. Clapperich in the middle. Play to Irway. Off the net and in. Point for the Lady Tigers. That ball hit the net, ran across the top, fell in front of Haley Sigmund. And it's 9 serving 3. Sometimes a little luck never hurt. That one hit the net and trickled over. 9 serving 3. Coach Collins making sure she has the right rotation out there. Doesn't want to get hit with a rotation violation. 9 serving 3. The service comes back. Playing it up in the air is Bolander. Now comes across, playing it over Sigmund. Tigers keep it alive. And Irway pushes it deep. There's Lowe to the net. They set it for Sigmund for the kill. Tigers can't keep it alive. Sigmund just went for the dink. And Workman couldn't keep it alive. And Tigers dove for it, but to no avail. Point side out to the Lady Bears. 4 serving 9. Here's McNew. The service. Nice play by the Tigers to get to it. As they dug it out, that's Shalbert. Now in the middle, the ball tipped off the hands of Workman and out of bounds on the kill by Lily Bolander. Point for the Lady Bears. And now the officials are, uh-oh. Well, official talking to the student section. about something that was distracting. Five serving 9. Mcnew at the service. It's short. Played there by Shalbert to Clapperich. Back setting it. Going for that kill is LaJoie, but the Tigers can't get the kill right there. Now here's Lowe playing it across. There is Salem to put alive. Shalbert across to LaJoie again off the net and in. Faith LaJoie with the kill. And the Tigers of Salem have a 10-5 lead here in game 3. Skylar Clapperich back to serve. 10 serving 5. Salem with wins in game 1 and 2. That's a way too deep serve by Skylar. Point side out to the Lady Bears, and going back will be Caitlin Brixey. She's in for Sheehan, the senior, who was pulled out by Coach Collins. Brixey's service comes to Workman, to Clapperich, right in the middle for Workman for the kill. That's good. Off the hands of, I believe, Bolander, and off to the side. Salem gets the point and side out, and LaJoie will serve it. LaJoie's in when Michaela Roos injured her left knee. She had that brace on it, but came down awkwardly. LaJoie's service comes down, pushed high in the air to the net, tipped up in the air, and the Tigers can't keep it alive. Just a little tip over by Willow Springs, and I believe that was Shea Riley that did that. Look at the official right in our view right there. Couldn't see, but just barely got over the net, but Tigers could not respond. That service way too deep by Crutchington. Point side out to the Lady Tigers. Back to serve will be Workman. 12 serving 7. This is game 3. Workman's service. It's short, played straight in the air by Crutchington. Now to Brixey. They push it across there to number 8, and that is Bolander. But the Tigers go back for the kill and keeping it alive. No, they cannot. The kill by Irway. A nice effort by Brixey. But a point for the Lady Tigers down the left side. Workman's next service. Short, played straight up in the air by Crutchington. Back to Brixey. Now across to Bolander, played by Pogue. Now in the middle, Workman, and across by Flores. There's Mcnew to the net. Brixey setting it there and pushing it over. It is Bolander again. They set it for Flores, playing it deep. Mcnew to Brixey in the middle for Crutchington. Going deep, it's in front of Clapperich, who is trying to come up on the play. That's a heck of a placement by Willow Springs. That ball was right on the line. Point inside out for the Lady Bears. 8 serving 13. That service is an ace. Wow, that was a beautiful serve by Lily Bolander. Right in front of Pogue, who never had a chance. And that ball got over the net, and I mean dove down. Good top spin on that one. 9 serving 13. The next service, pretty much a knuckleball again. This time it comes to the Lady Tigers. They set it for Tarleton in the net. Pushing it there, Mcnew. To Brixey, trying to go back in the middle. Pushing it deep with Seligman, way too deep. And a point inside out for the Lady Tigers as Haley Sigmund pushed it up too high and far. Ashlyn Jones back in. She comes in for Shea Riley. 14 serving 9 as Moody goes back to serve. Kaylee had a good game serving as well. Just a nice serve played by Brixey to Sigmund. Back to Brixey, playing off the net and in. Point side out to the Lady Bears. Salem kind of peeled away from that one, did not approach the net. Ashlyn Jones to serve. That's a nice serve to Irway. Now comes across to Flores, playing it deep, and that's going to be good. Flores played it deep as the Bears came in, as Ashlyn Jones tried to cheat in a little bit, and maybe so did Bolander. That's a heck of a play by Flores to see that opening deep and able to push it back there, get the point inside out. 15 serving 10. Game 3. The service. That's a nice serve. Dug out by Mcnew to the net for Sigmund, and the Tigers keep it alive. Shalbert to Clapperich in the middle, and Irway plays it deep. There is Bolander to the net for Sigmund for the kill. Block kill by Irway. Sigmund went up, so did Avery. She banged it back down. 16, serving 10. Flores next service down the sideline. Kept alive by Brixey. In the middle of the floor to Jones and pushed over by McNew. There's Workman for Salem to Clapperish all the way across to Irway for the kill. Blocked at the net. Trying to get it back across is Lowe. There's the Flores to Workman. Now to LaJoie playing it deep. McNew for the Bears. To the net to Sigmund, just dinking it across. Clapperich in the air to Irway. Pushed it over to the net, Jones. They set it for Sigmund for the kill. Tigers are there. Comes to the net, and Salem can't tip it over. Clapperish could not tip it over. Ball was right there at the twine. She couldn't get there in time to get above the net. Point and side out to the Lady Bears as Lowe goes back to serve. That service down the middle, played by Schaubert to Clapperich. Now to Irway for the kill. Played there deep by Bolander. Now goes to Crutchington. Tigers have trouble with it. Pogue plays it and bumped over by Workman. Deep and high, but played there by Lowe. Now to Brixey and just pushed across. There's the Tigers. Workman sending it for Irway for the kill. She's got it. That was a mistake made by Connor Lowe deep. That ball would have been out of bounds, and she played it. Gave the Tigers an extra chance, and they capitalized on it. 17, serving 11. As checking out will be Brixey. Sheehan back in the game. Game 3. Irway's service off the net. That's a tough play. Made there nicely by Bolander. Crutchington. Her shot partially blocked. Comes across to LaJoie. Plays it back to Bolander. Now to Crutchington again. There's the Tigers. Schaubert to Clapperich in the middle of Workman off the fingertips of Sigmund at the net. Played across to Sheehan, and that is out of bounds. Point for the Lady Tigers. That was really close. Sheehan had the opening back there and just missed it. Point for the Lady Tigers. And side out. No, not a side out. Irway just served. Avery Irway, 18, serving 11. That service. It's an ace. Well, that ball just ate alive. Lily Bolander, she came in, and that ball made a right turn on her. What a nice serve by Avery Irway. She tries it again. This time, Bolander's able to play it, and Sheehan will bump it over. There's the Tigers. Pogue to Clapperich, to LaJoie for the kill. Put up high near by Lowe, off the ceiling, kept alive, and Lowe will bump it over. There's a pass, cross tipped by the Tigers, Clapperich. But Willow Springs has it to Crutchington, playing it across. Irway saves it to Clapperich in the middle of Workman, and Workman pushed it in the net. Boy, some good volleyball here tonight. Hope you're enjoying it on KSMO Media. Man, both teams have played exceptional. 12 serving 19. Pogue will push it high in the air to Clapperich, back setting it for LaJoie, just dinks it across. Low in the air to Jones, to the net, chipping it up, played there, back across, and Sheehan's there. But the Tigers have it, push it across again. There's Crutchington. They go back to Crutchington for the dink, and there's Pogue to Clapperich. Now goes to Schaubert. Schaubert gets the point. The attempted block by the Lady Bears was late. I believe that was by Lily Bolander. And Salem Tigers have reached the 20-point mark. 20 serving 12. The 3-6-1 Lady Tigers are trying to go even in the SCA and improve their record to 4-6-1. Clapperich back to serve. 20 serving 12. Game 3. Service comes off the hands of Jones. McNew keeps it alive to Lowe, but she can't get it over the net. Connor Lowe will check back out again, and Reese Jones will come back in. Skylar Clapperich got a run of 9 points in game 1. That serve played up by McNew to Jones, who just checked in and pushed over by Crutchington. To the net it goes. Clapperidge for Workman. Blocked back down by Lily Bolander for the point. The block kill by Bolander. Point side out to the Lady Bears. 13 serving 21 as Sheehan will go back to serve. Liz is a senior. Serves it hard in the middle. Played there by Workman. Now comes the Clapperidge coming over to LaJoy. And LaJoy with a net violation. 14 serving 21. Sheehan's next service. Played by Workman to Pogue. And Irway plays it deep. Plays there by McNew on the Willow Springs side. Now to the net. Pushed over, kept alive there by Tarleton. Now for LaJoy. And that's a point for the Lady Tigers. LaJoy put it right at McNew, who couldn't field it cleanly. And a point inside out for Salem. And LaJoy will go back to serve. Faith. She is a senior. Her service comes to Riley. Now in the middle, bumped over by Jones. There's the Tigers. They set it for Clapperidge. Down the middle for Flores for the kill, but blocked down there by Sigmund. I'm sorry, that was actually Bolander with that block kill. Excuse me. Lily's been involved in a lot of things tonight. She's been on that floor all night long. Crunchington back to serve. 15 serving 22. The pass to the net. Workman setting it there for Irway. Punching it deep to McNew. Sheehan across the low for the kill. Played there by the Tigers to Flores. Now it goes to Workman off the net. Did it hit the Tiger player? It hit. Well, first off, they said Salem point, and they said Bear point. Now we're going to go with the Bear point. That ball looked like it hit the net and went out of bounds. 16 serving 22. That service comes back to Clapperidge to Workman in the middle to forward to Flores, playing it deep to McNew. To Sheehan, setting it the net for Bolander, and that's a point there. Right now the Bears are on a run, and Coach Barnes calls timeout. With the score, the Salem Tigers 22 and the Lady Bears 17. We're going to come back in 30 seconds. This is Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
This is Mike Elliott from Town & Country Insurance. As an independent agent, we shop many different companies, allowing us to find the best value for our clients. Town & Country Insurance has been serving South Central Missouri since 1963. We have offices in Salem, Rolla, Licking, and Mountain Grove, and would welcome an opportunity to show you what we can do for you. Stop by 400 West Scenic Rivers Boulevard, located inside the Town & Country Bank, or you can call our office at 729-6624.
Back at Salem High School Gymnasium, Salem won game 1, 25-11. Won game 2, 25-22. They lead in game 3, 22-17, but the Lady Bears are on a 4-point run. Here in game 3, they've narrowed the gap. It's 17 serving 22. Crudgington, her service comes in the middle. Played there by Clapperidge to Workman. Setting it there for Flores for the kill. Partially blocked at the net. They keep it alive to Lily Bolander. There is Clapperidge for Salem. To Tarleton. Now over to Avery Irway. It's off the fingertips and down. I believe it was to Shea Riley that got her fingers on it. And that deflected it down in front of Sheehan. Point inside out for the Lady Tigers. 23 serving 17. Workman's service right down the middle to Crutchington. To the net to Sheehan. Back setting it. Going for that kill. Missing out of bounds. And a point for the Lady Tigers. Trying to go cross court was Bolander. This is game and match point for Workman. 24 serving 17. And the service right down the middle, played by Crutchington to the net. They push it back, and that's it. That's it. Salem wins it in 3 straight over the Willow Springs Lady Bears in SCA play by a score of 25-17 in game 3. And we'll come back in 2 minutes and give you stats from this one when we return. This is Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media.
your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Cameron Irway in Salem today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
The Salem Memorial District Hospital is a full-service hospital that features a 24/7 emergency room and a family clinic with several providers for all of your primary care needs. The Salem Hospital has been diligently addressing community needs by expanding their physical and occupational therapy facility and adding a new state-of-the-art 3D mammography machine, as well as a sleep disorder center. Salem Memorial District Hospital, your first choice for local, high-quality health care at an affordable price. Every patient, every encounter, every time.
There's a place for do-it-yourselfers with everything for your car or truck.
There's end of summer savings at K&H Supply in Salem. Get Turtle Wax ceramic wash and wax or ceramic spray coating, $13.99 each. Rain-X 2-in-1 glass cleaner for $4.99 and Purple Power hand cleaner for $2.99. K&H Auto Supply, your Parts City Auto Parts store in Salem.
Parts City. Yeah, Parts City. Parts City.
Salem Tigers win this one by a score of 25-17 in Game 3, but they had won Game 1 by a score of 25-11 and 25-22. This is a very, very good, exciting volleyball match, and if you weren't here to see it, you missed a lot of incredible good volleying by both teams. Some very, very hard-earned points, and then some others that, just almost incredible how each team may have had 2 or 3 saves as well as good sets in the one exchange. And I'll tell you, it was pretty exciting, and hopefully you'll come out and support these Lady Tigers. We're going to be back here next Tuesday night and part of our doubleheader again with softball, and we hope to see you out here and watch. If you can, get out and support the Lady Tigers, whether it be at home or on the road. Coach Barnes has them playing some pretty good volleyball. Salem now 4-6-1 on the season. I guess some of the highlights in the game, Clapperich 9-point run in the first game serving helped the Salem Tigers get an easy I don't want to say easy, but it was kind of easy, 25-11 win. Hard-earned win in Game 2 where Salem just edged out Willow Springs 25-22. And again, some outstanding volleyball action in that one. And then 25-17, Tigers took advantage of a little bit of sloppy play by the Willow Springs Bears and were able to come away at that one. But for the most part, both teams played pretty doggone good volleyball, and we hope you get a chance. If you missed some of this, come back and watch it. Remember, we stream these, and they are set back in our stream, and you're able to watch them at a later time. So if you missed the game or heard about the game, go back and enjoy it. I tell you, it will be an hour plus of some very good volleyball, and we hope you'll enjoy it on KSMO Media. So Salem improves to 4-6-1 on the season, and they will be at St. Clair Monday, and they'll take on the Lady Bulldogs there. Then on Tuesday, they'll be back home to face the Thayer Bobcats. And the Bobcats, another SCA contest, them right now 1-1 in the SCA. And then you'll have the Mountain View Liberty Lady Eagles at Mountain View. That's always a tough place to play. And the Lady Tigers will go down there and try and keep their SCA hopes alive. Right now, 1-1 in the SCA. A very, very good match, though. Salem 4-6-1 overall on the year. So they win it 3 straight, 25-11, 25-22, and 25-17. We hope you have enjoyed Lady Tiger Volleyball from the high school gym. For our Jim back at the station, I want to thank him for everything he does to keep us going on the air and on the for all of our Salem sports. Really do appreciate that. Also, appreciate Big Ben down. He and Krista were flip-flopping on the camera and on the mixing equipment, so we want to thank them. And, of course, yours truly, Stan Stevens, bringing you the play-by-play. Thank you for joining us for Lady Tiger Volleyball on KSMO Media. We'll see you next time. Tomorrow night we'll be in Ava to take on the Bears in SCA football action. 7 o'clock is the game time. About 6:40 with Tiger Talk and Coach Bryson Barnes. Until then, have yourselves a great evening and good night from the high school gymnasium.
Thank you for watching today's broadcast of Salem Tiger Sports right here on KSMO. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by these fine sponsors: the Salem Memorial District Hospital, K&H Auto Supply, Farm Bureau Insurance, Willie Strader Agent. Duncan Family Chiropractic. The Bank of Salem. Napa Auto and Truck Parts. Edward Jones. Southwest Baptist University Salem Campus. Tax Masters. American Family Insurance, Calvin Malone Agent. Terrell Complete Auto Care. Healthy Dent County. Town and Country Insurance. Southtown Furniture. And State Farm Insurance, Cameron Irway Agent. Be sure and follow us on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook. Plus, visit us online at ksmoradio.com for more Salem Tiger sports right here on KSMO.